So, Big Country, what I want to talk about now is we've covered the kayak and the supposed fact it will not sink. And now I want to talk about, because being, you know, me, I like to read a lot of things and learn a lot. And since we were kids and we're fishing, I've forgotten a lot. So I bought this book, Fish, 77 Great Fish of North America. And there were 3 fish, and I marked the pages. There were 3 fish that I'm supposed to catch.
Right.
One of them is this guy, the black crappie. How do you say it?
Here in the South, normally it's crappie.
Is that because they're not good to eat? I mean, normally we like to label things real up front, like, you know.
Yeah, no, it's just what we call them. Up north, they call them crappie.
Crappie. All right.
So it's whatever you want to call them.
All right. So is this about the size? This is about the size I'm looking to try to catch.
Oh yeah, that's a nice one right there.
If I caught one, but it's okay.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Okay. All right. Now now it says, you know, just basic stuff. So what do I need to use to catch that guy?
Actually, you can use a few different things. You can use a little crappie jig.
Okay.
You just cast it out there.
Once I see him on the depth finder.
Yeah, you'll see him on the depth finder.
Will that thing tell me what kind of fish is down there?
What you'll see is, a lot of times you'll see like a school where you see a bunch of little dots or a bunch of little images all together, and you'll drop that thing down there, and you'll just kind of jig it a little bit. And
kind of jig it.
Yeah, jig it. Just
that's all I need to do to catch them. A jig.
Pretty much. Yeah. What you'll do is, I use these things called little crappie jigs. And you take and you put a little hook in there. It's got a little weight on it, and you just cast it out there, or either drop it straight down and raise it up and down, jig it up and down.
Jig it.
Yeah, just jig it. Or either sometimes you can just cast out there and reel it slow, and they'll come up and nail it.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Well, that sounds pretty easy. Okay, so once I catch that one, the next one I'm supposed to catch is this bigmouth bass.
Largemouth bass.
Largemouth.
Yeah.
Do they say bigmouth up north?
No, I just...
It's just largemouth.
Yeah.
All right, well, these largemouth bass, what am I supposed to... Now, will they look the same on the thing?
They'll actually be a little bigger. They'll be a little bigger.
So if I see bigger images, they might be largemouth.
Yeah, could.
All right, well, what am I supposed to do? I think the tournament is in the spring.
Okay, all right. So, perfect time to catch those.
Perfect time.
It's spawn season for them.
Spawn.
Yeah.
So they're all going out to the club.
You want to say that? Yeah, kind of like that.
All right, they're going out to the club, so they're buying drinks and eating a lot of food, their snacks. So what kind of snack do I need to throw to these?
It gets a little more complicated with them bigmouth bass, as you call them.
Well, it's already been complicated, and you using a lot of terms I don't know, but I'm not going to take it as disrespect, so I'm going to try.
One of these things right here is actually awesome in the spring. It's called a jerkbait.
Now, did you just make that name up? Is there like a slight to me, like it's called a jerk bait, and give me this bait, and then I go out there and the sea breeze winds, and people say, "What'd you throw?" And I say, "A jerk bait," and they think you're an idiot. No, there is no such thing as a jerk bait.
It's actually called a jerk bait. That's the way you work it. You throw it out there, you reel it down a little bit. You know, reel it down because it's a suspending bait. It's a suspending bait.
So it doesn't just sink all the way to the bottom.
No, you cast it out. It reels down to a certain depth. You let it sit there. You just let it sit there.
Just sit there
for just a few seconds, and then you take your rod and you jerk it.
Jerk it.
Yeah, and
it's got a mean looking eye.
Oh yeah.
If I was a fish, I'd be afraid of that.
And what it's going to do is, it's going to do like this right here in the water. Yeah, something like that. It's just going to do all kinds of little action like that. And it's going to drive the big mouth bass crazy.
Well, if they bite it, they got to get hooked, because all them hooks down there at the bottom. I'm just going to let that sit right over there.
Okay, all right.
All right, so
That's one technique. There's many more, but that's a good one.
That's what I should just. Well, I want to keep it simple.
Yeah.
Because I don't think with that thing finding the fish for me, I don't think this is going to take too long. So, will everybody else have them too, or just me?
Probably most people will. Yeah.
So this tournament should be over pretty quick.
Well, it could be. It could be.
Okay. All right. Then the last fish in the event is the catfish. Now, I remember when we were kids, we would go down to the little tacky branch behind our house, and we would catch catfish. But I remember what we used was, I think we used cheese.
Cheese?
Little pieces of cheese, didn't we? We'd go down there and take our sandwiches, our little cheese sandwiches.
I thought it was chicken livers.
Ooh, yeah, I think that's when I quit fishing. I think that was about when I quit fishing and went into a different line of work. So for these channel catfish, now, that's a question.
Yeah.
Is there only, like when they say it's a crappie or it's a largemouth bass?
Yeah.
So, but with the catfish, I saw in this book, there are a lot of different types of catfish. When I'm trying to catch these fish, how do I know that I'm catching the right kind of fish? Channel catfish and yellow catfish and blue catfish and brown catfish. It's kind of just goes on and on and on. So what kind of catfish? I think the goal is to catch the biggest one.
Yeah. You don't have to worry about what kind. You just go out there and you catch the biggest.
Okay, well, what type of bait? Because the Breeze will not be using chicken livers. That's out. O-U-T. So if I don't use chicken livers, what can I use? One of those nice little jerk baits for them?
No, sir. No, sir.
Well, what am I supposed to do with these guys?
We're going to use live bait.
Live bait.
Live bait or cut bait.
I like the live bait. That way I don't have to get dirty because the Breeze is clean.
There you go.
All right, so how do you use the live bait?
You just put it on a big hook, a big like 7/0 circle hook. Clip it on there, drop it down.
Now I see them on that fish thing too.
Oh yeah, and they will be bigger.
They will be. So I got a little crappie, whatever. Then I got the big largemouth, and then I got the catfish.
Yes, sir.
So literally, I can go out there and just catch the crappie, drop down a little further, catch the bass, drop on down and catch the catfish, and then go make my show that night.
Yes, sir.
I feel pretty good about this now, Big Country.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds pretty. Now, they said I needed a ruler. I needed to be able to.
Yeah, you got to measure it.
Well, how do you do that?
I don't have one with me, but I don't think. There's a certain type of ruler that's got a headboard on it. You put that fish's face all the way up against it.
Put his face on it.
Well, his nose all the way up.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just pretend like this is your fish. It's going to put your nose all up against it.
Yeah.
And it's going to have measurements on it.
Got it.
And you're just going to lay that fish on it.
Yep.
You're going to take your phone and you're going to snap that picture, and it's usually going to have an ID with it. So that way you have an ID, your personal ID, and you snap that picture.
Like my driver's license?
Well, no, they're going to probably give you some kind of number or something like that, or identification or something like that. So that way,
they know I caught that fish that day.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty smart.
Oh yeah, it's pretty slick, because you don't want somebody else to come up or say I come up and steal your fish picture, because they don't know whose it is. That's why you got ID.
Got it. All right. Well, that sounds pretty good, Big Country. Well, I think that's covered all of that sort of questioning. I think that covers it for this part.
So you feel pretty comfortable?
Well, I feel good now that I know I can see the fish. I know how to catch what baits or lures or whatever you call them to use. So I basically need to go get one jig, one jerk bait, and then that type of hook, and then I should be good to go. But I got to tell you, Big Country, it's been a while since I've done any casting. So I have a feeling rods and reels have changed a lot nowadays. Can you?
Well, I'll tell you what. I've got a hookup for you.
You do?
I do. We'll start.
Man, I knew I could count.
We'll start with something kind of easy, and then we'll work our way up.
Well, I have a feeling this is not going to take long for the breeze to pick up. So let's go. Show me what you got.
Will do.